This is Jamie Thomas, and you're watching My First Hand.
About a month and a half ago, I was on a trip to the Northwest and smashed my knee on the ground, tore my MCL, and had a bone bruise on the base of my femur and the top of my tibia. So I basically have spent the last month and a half rehabbing my knee in physical therapy. As long as I can remember, I've been getting hurt, and I think with the style of skating that I choose to do or that feels comfortable or that I'm into, it comes along with it. I've had so many injuries throughout time that have taken me out for 3 months, 6 months, a year. There's that saying, if you cruise around with dynamite in your pocket long enough, it's bound to go off. So, I don't know, it just kind of comes with it, I guess. It's just part of the game. You got to pay to play. When I discovered skateboarding, I realized that there was no rules to it. You could just make it whatever you wanted it to be, you know? Skateboarding was the freest thing I'd ever encountered in my life, so I got super into it. When I was 17, school wasn't really working out for me, so my friends and I put together a plan to go to California and basically just camp out in California until something worked out somehow, some way, you know? It seemed like a destined to fail plan, and it probably pretty much was destined to fail, but we stuck it out and tried to just build on every small opportunity. My first real break came when I started riding for Toy Machine in 1995. It was basically the real start of my career. It was a really, I don't know, almost like a golden time for me in order to, it was like I was growing into my own and starting to understand what I had to offer, you know, the skateboard, I guess, community. I had the idea to do a small clothing company because I really wanted to, I guess, express myself through a company. I don't know, it was kind of just almost a whim in the beginning, but after I started making a few t-shirts and a sweatshirt, my mind started reeling of the possibilities of what it could be. And it just inspired me to want to do it full bore as a board brand. And then, you know, the rest is history. I worked out an agreement to buy Zero from Tomieto, and we started Blackbox in 2000. Blackbox is a distribution company for a house of brands, and it consists of 3 hard goods skateboard brands, which is Zero, Mystery, and Slave, and Fallen footwear and apparel, and then Insight clothing. It's been a really homegrown and organic process building Blackbox. We employ approximately 75 people, most of which are skateboarders, and started off with 5 employees in 2000, and then just gradually grew. Sometimes I do stop and look around and I'm like kind of a little bit, you know, weirded out that things have come as far as they have. But at the same time, I usually don't spend too much time sitting there in awe. I really see all the things that we need to do today to keep things going in a positive direction, so I usually just try and stay busy doing that stuff. I feel like there's not too much time to sit around and smell the roses, especially not these days. definitely not what I imagined as a kid, but I also didn't imagine having any success in business and that type of thing. You know, it was really hard to fathom all that. I just hoped to have something to do with skateboarding. So I guess in that aspect, I accomplished my goals, but I mean, I'd really like to find more time to skateboard and really be around skateboarding. I can't remember the last time I went out with a team or something during the week, like skating on a random day. That would be like a vacation day. I don't even know. I don't know if I got vacation days in my work contract. We just basically filled 2 vans with people and boards, and we just hit the road and going to the Midwest.
What up, people? So we've been on the road for a week. Drove from California, and we've just been stopping at town to town like every 4 to 8 hours driving. And we go to the shop and usually have a signing.
Just driving around the Midwest, signing posters, T-shirts, money, cell phones, prepubescent chests.
Oh, it's fine. It's good fun. It's a roller coaster of sanity. There's moments in the van after hours and hours of playing Klondike on your iPod that you just don't know which way's up and which way's down.
So we're in Des Moines, Iowa, and we just did a signing at the local shop here, Subsect. We're about to go, and the guys are gonna skate this roller rink skate park setup, and I'm just gonna maybe DJ or get water or whatever I can do, I guess, since I can't skate. Yeah, I tried a few flat ground tricks in Des Moines just to kind of feel my knee out. I hadn't skated in a bit and been a little bit off the therapy mission just because I've been on the road. Certain tricks work and certain tricks are kind of tender. I'm 2 months right now since I got hurt, and I'm not real sure how long it's going to take. I just know that I need to stay off it a little longer, so I don't know, we'll see. Tattooing is something that seemed to just kind of fall in my lap. I started tattooing probably a year ago, and I've just kind of done it whenever I have time, which isn't very often. I bring my tattoo equipment on the road because I have a little bit more time than I do when I'm at home. And I try and tattoo the team dudes or any buddies that I see on the road or whatever it is. And yeah, I tattooed one of Jamie Tansoni's first board graphics on his arm the other night, starting at 5 a.m. Definitely wasn't my best case scenario, but Tansoni was convinced he wanted the tattoo, and he split his shin open and left tour the next day, so I guess he might have had some foresight that I didn't. Tattoos are cool. It's like a gift you give somebody and they have it forever, and it's a weird bond too, you know, that you're in something with them. It's like you're a part of that forever, you know. It's kind of a crazy idea. Jamie was so stoked. He gave me like a million high fives, so I guess he's psyched on it.
Thanks so much. Hey, put it up high, man. Hell yeah.
From Des Moines, we drove to Minneapolis, and the next day we had a signing.
I've always wanted to see people at the Zero team. It's been my favorite team since I first started skating. First board was a Zero board, and just loved it ever since.
He's excited.
Pretty stoked.
Oh yeah, he's excited. It's been bugging me all day.
My brother told me that Zero was like really cool and that I should meet Chris Cole.
What Zero means to me is, I think, very similar to what it means to the team riders. And all the guys are unique and different, and they all come together to make this team what it is.
I didn't even think it was a possibility to ride for Zero, you know? It was just too good to be true, and then it happened, and it rules. I've had the best time of my life riding for Zero.
Something I never even pictured myself being a part of. It was too elite, basically. It was like, that's Zero. That's what I thought of it. Still, I feel like that actually a lot of the time.
Zero was really influential in my skateboarding. I watched like their first videos, and they were, you know, some of my favorite videos to date.
I just always liked the company. I liked the brand. I thought the videos were great. It looked like a crew of dudes just skating hard all the time. Just great.
Everything seems to be like just more raw and just about skateboarding, not about like the dollar figure, I guess. It's just about like the love of skateboarding.
After Minneapolis, we went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the Cream City Park. And that was one of the gnarliest demos yet on the trip.
All right, guys, everybody off the ledge. Stand up against the wall or something. Let's make some room for these guys. You guys want to see some skateboarding? Here at Cream City Skate Park, greatest place on earth.
Being back out there and shooting photos and filming and stuff, it felt really cool just to kind of get back to it. Being on the road's bittersweet. It's awesome to be out there, traveling and hanging out with the team, but it's hard to be away from the family as well. So as much as I like going on the road, I like coming home just as much. Let me get you started.
I can push myself.
My wife and I have 3 children. Trey, who's 2, Ruby's 4, and Julian's 6. Needless to say, there's never a dull moment. One of the kids is always getting into something. It's a huge part of my life, and I never knew it could be such a joy, you know, children. It's amazing. Yeah, here's Trey. Trey has a problem with keeping his clothes on. He is naked as often as possible. Where'd your clothes go? You don't know? Where'd your clothes? Your clothes are over there? All right. Yeah, it's nonstop good times. Hey, be careful with that. You know how many clothes on this? The grip tape's gonna hurt. I try and spend as much time as I have, any spare moment I can, with the family. Another obvious reason why skateboarding takes a back seat. Having 3 kids, you know, is a full-time job in itself. It's been a little over 3 months since I originally hurt my knee, and I'm just starting to skate again. Just a little bit of flat ground and pushing around a little bit. It's still feeling pretty sketchy, but hopefully I can keep progressing, and as I feel better, start doing more. You know, I'm kind of like just getting over the hump of the injury, and I just gotta be careful with everything I do to make sure I don't re-injure it, you know? Here at Blackbox, we have a 20,000 square foot skate park. It's basically the key to me keeping skating, you know? Like, I work so much that sometimes it's hard to find the time to skate, and being able to take an hour here and there and skate at lunch is awesome, you know? After we skated the park, I wanted to try and go out street skating and, you know, film a few things. So picked up Joey and headed up to LA. Griffith's Park is cool because it's, you know, really mellow. You don't get kicked out, and you can just kind of take your time and enjoy the park like everybody else. I asked the Insight team manager, Lanny, to meet up with us to film, and you know, he brought some homies with him, Slash and Garrett, so this is cool, just hanging out. There are these like kind of drainage banks on the edge of the park that we skated a little bit, and it was cool. There's some ditches there that are pretty cool, and there's a tree right next to the ditch, and I thought the hippie jump would be a cool trick, knowing that I'm a little bit limited right now. I'm three-legged dogging it, so I thought it'd be cool to just film something. I've never really done a hippie jump where you're on a bank and your board's carving while you're jumping. Obviously low impact, and it's fun to just be out there doing it again, you know? Joey's cool, he's super positive, and he's like just super encouraging to keep working on it, so it keeps me motivated. And in the end, I think we got a really cool photo, so it worked out good.
That's sick right there. Ninja Steve.
3 months off your board is kind of a long time to jump right back in, so I don't really expect too much right now. I'm just happy to be back on my board, and every day feels a little bit better, so hopefully in a few weeks or a few months I'll have forgotten I even hurt myself. It felt great just to be out skating, you know, like nice sunny day and be cruising around, skating, filming. I don't know, I kind of forgot what that felt like for a while, you know, so it was really refreshing to feel like a pro skateboarder again.